We're able to get in on that national anthem because it's going to be just as good as this ball game's about to be.
And we're ready for your starting lineups in between the Northern Valley Lady Huskies are coming in on the visitor side and the number 1 seed, Lady Golden Plains Bulldogs. A 6-foot freshman. Number 5 for Northern Valley is Audrey Bina. The Bulldogs will counter with a 5'8" senior, number 0, Sydney Taylor. The lone senior starting for Northern Valley is a 5'4" senior, number 11, Shaylee Vesteca. 5'5", Brianna Rath wears number 2, and she's amazing. A 5'7" junior leading scorer for Northern Valley, number 12, Mary Baird. And a 5'5" junior here for the Bulldogs is Emma Weiner. She wears number 11. A 5'8" junior for Northern Valley, Austin Cox, who just won the league free throw shooting contest. Jordan Fleckenstein is a 5'10" junior, wears number 5. And a 5'3" junior for Northern Valley is Braxton Cox. And number 30, the rim runner, 5'9" sophomore, number 30, Annette Hernandez. Coach Parker Christensen and KC Miller on the side for the Bulldogs. Coach Mitch Pugh in his second year and assisted by Lacey Hansen. Referees are making their way out here, and it's noon, but it feels like a big-time night, doesn't it, Aim?
Yeah, this is prime-time basketball here in Northwest Kansas. And we get to bring you all the action.
From the floor, I don't know if you see us, we're over here on the floor in the Rich Ep seat. Fleckenstein Bina in the center circle. The whistle blows, and with the first possession of the game is the Rexford Bulldogs. Northern Valley going to start in a 2-3 defense. The 2-3 defense is to keep those easy buckets away from Taylor and Annette Hernandez in the middle. Bree Rath going to penetrate her jump shot along the way. Off the glass, no good. The 6-foot Bina pulls down her first rebound. She leads them in rebounding with over 10 a game. Dribble handoff. Now they'll go to Cox. Cox against the man-to-man here. High ball screen from Bina. And now back to Bina. They're in that man-to-man that we anticipated, and they'll reset here. High ball screen. They'll switch off. Cox to Vesteca.
I like the screen game.
Sid Taylor ripped it, and she's going to get out in front of everybody, put it up, and put it in.
And that is what you need to limit more than anything if you're Northern Valley, is giving up points in transition. It will kill you. It's how they bury so many teams that they go against.
Dribble handoff coming. Cox making her way inside Vesteca. Pump fake, her long jump shot on the way. Boom. Shaylee Vesteca. Just the way we thought we'd start. We start making it happen. Northern Valley's played man the entire tournament so far. They jump out into a zone to start this one off. We'll see how the outside shooting starts to fall here for the Bulldogs, because they're just going to force them to play outside in.
You talked about that percentage before the game started. It's not where it's been in years past, but we've watched them in this tournament, and they do come up with some big threes at big times, but that's how you need to make them beat you. Don't allow them to just destroy you in the paint.
So they are just sucking down. Good move on the baseline from Sid Taylor. Her jump shot, no good. Hernandez gets a rebound back to Rath. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Sid Taylor with a rebound, puts it up, and a late whistle, but a whistle, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. I think it'll go against Braxton Cox.
It does.
Braxton pulls that one. Sid pulls in the first free throw. Second one from Taylor is also good. It's going to be noteworthy. free throw percentage. So far, they've started out 2 for 2, have the Bulldogs. Vesteca, dribble handoff to Cox. And now backdoor, they find Braxton. That was nice.
He was too deep, though.
Cox into the middle. Shoving her way around now to Braxton. They'll get the ball inside to Bina. This is where they got a little bit of a mismatch, I believe. If they can find Bina. Inside they go. Baird squeezes it around, but her shot no good. Fleckenstein with the rebound, and she'll push with the right hand.
Annette did a really nice job there making Mary Baird go further towards the baseline than she would have liked. Misses on that attempt. It goes off of Taylor last. The Huskies ball.
So the storm of the first few minutes is over. Now we'll see who can get into rhythm.
Huskies need to take care of the ball, especially with that full court press. They break there. Taylor and Baird come down with the ball. Taylor rips it away.
Sid will bring it up and bring it across. So far, the rebounds have been won by the Bulldogs. Rath for 3 coming at us, no good. And
a jump ball goes in favor of the Huskies.
So interesting, they normally run a man pressure and another just flat turnover as the ball doesn't get caught. Jump shot from Rath is no good. Another offensive rebound. And a foul will go against Sid Taylor here.
Baird had good positioning in front of Taylor right there. But on that inbounds pass, if they're going to run that zone press and not be on you right away, you can't afford to have such a lackadaisical pass initially to get the ball in. Because once you get to half court, the pressure is going to be on. A charge called against Austin Cox as she was trying to drive the sideline right there. So her first foul of the contest. Taylor in the corner. Nothing there. They have to swing it back around. Weiner tries to dribble in. Nothing there. This is Fleckenstein.
Back to Jordan. They'll go. Pump fake. Good defense there by Braxton, but her jump shot was even better.
Fleckenstein has a really smooth mid-range jumper and the height to go over most defenders in this league.
Vesteca to Cox. She'll go baseline, cut off by Taylor. And now that ball's on the floor everywhere, and now it's going to be out for a runner. Annette Hernandez to the rim. She'll get it up, and she'll have to prove him from the free throw line as Braxton fouled her.
Braxton just picked up her second foul early in this contest, which is not good. The player that you and I like to refer to as the vice grip because she's so savvy on defense is now in foul trouble.
First free throw good for Annette. 3, 4, 3 so far. Make it 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and they lead 8-2. Cox out, sides in. Weiner with a steal here.
Unforced turnovers early in this one, plaguing the Huskies, something that we knew that they were going to have to shore up coming into this game against this 1 seed if they wanted to stick with them in this contest. So far, they have not done a good job in that matter.
Fleckenstein's long two-pointer, no good. Braxton will set the offense here for Northern Valley. Hayden Wark at the table getting ready to check in on the next dead ball. Dribble handoff to sides.
Burns her dribble, has to get to Mary Baird at the high post. Hernandez works against her.
Floater pass is going to have to be ran down into the corner by sides. And a timeout by Coach Pugh. We'll take it with him. 60 seconds. We'll be back. Northern Valley to play it in on the sideline with Vesteca. Cox came back into the game. Onto the bench is Braxton with those 2 fouls. Austin, tough pass. Vesteca catches. She's working on Hayden. And a lot of contact. The ball on the ground.
So they're going to call jump ball here, Hernandez and Baird.
A lot of contact, but no whistle.
Possession arrow pointed in favor of the Bulldogs.
If you're going to have a chance to knock off the big dog, especially in this circumstance, Hayden's going to fire a 3, and she knocked it in. Hayden Ward come off the bench and dropped a 3. You cannot let them get out early, and they have got out early as they lead by 9. Going high post it is to Baird. Come on now.
Yeah,
Baird.
Big reach
and
right
another
there.
one. Thank you. Going to go shoot line for 2.
Going to have to play through contact in this game on both sides of things. They are going to let them get a little bit physical.
Second on Taylor.
Mary Baird's first shot is off to the right.
Sid's going to have to go sit. Jordan flexes time back into the game for her.
Second shot from Baird, no good as well.
Weiner's going to bring it down for the Bulldogs. Northern Valley's going to stay in the 2-3 defense. It's all about spacing, and Coach. Oh, come on.
That was a really chippy ticky-tack. I guess it's not as physical as I said it was.
Inside, they'll go outside. Rath's 3 on the way. No good. Cox will rip the rebound, and here we go.
Huskies
They need a bucket. Bree Rath is playing some pretty good defense out here in the man-to-man. Trying to get the ball inside to Baird, and Hernandez took it from her. Austin turned it over again. Straight call from the bench here. See where he's got. Hayden had just made one. He tried to get it back to him, and Side stole the ball.
Huskies, I think, should utilize more of a flex or motion type offense and try to get back to some screens right here as they do that.
Inside, high post to Baird. Stop.
Called for the travel. Another turnover from the Huskies. So Rath marches it up the court.
Rath with it.
Trying to use quick passing to break this 2-3 zone.
Hayden's 3 on the way. She made one. She did not make that one. But 11-2 in this first quarter. The shock has happened here as Northern Valley got to score the basketball. Vesteca with it now to Bina on the wing. She'll go into the corner for Cox. Back to Bina. Austin, pump fake. Her shot on the way is good from mid-range. Pushing down the floor quickly, and Vesteca stole it from her.
They need to use this transition offense right here, but great hustle by Brianna Rath to stop that layup from happening.
Just ran her down. Nothing but hustle there from Bree.
See what the Huskies run on the inbounds.
Get it to Vesteca, back to Cox in the corner. Her 3 on the way. Short, no good. And Hayden Wark with a rebound.
Wark has it, looking for one more shot before the break.
Rath will fire a big shot here. 3 is no good, and Baird will let it go out of bounds.
So the Huskies have time to run something.
Sub coming in.
Braxton Cox comes into the game with 5 seconds left. Get another shooter on the floor.
Sides out, Braxton in. Back to Vesteca. Now go to Cox with 3.
Just 2 seconds left. They need to get across, and they need to get something off, and they do not in time. So at the end of the first quarter, Golden Plains leads the Northern Valley Huskies 11-4. We'll hear from some sponsors.
Big supporters of high school athletics. They shoot straight, and you score when it comes to no ATM fees nationwide. And don't forget to ask about Equity Bank Insurance, which offers an array of insurance products from home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. Why not stop?
I thought Braxton was going to knock that one down as they had a set coming out of the break quarter. They needed it as they trail the Golden Plains Lady Bulldogs 11-4.
Down just 7 right now, but they're going to need to step up on the offensive side to keep pace with the number 1 seed Bulldogs.
I think the zone defense is doing what you want to do, only allowing 11 points in the quarter, but Northern Valley's not able to score. Nice attempt there by Rath, ripped by Bina. Maybe we get Audrey Bina and Mary Baird going in the interior.
Sid Taylor came back into the game at the break. She was sitting with 2 fouls like Braxton Cox. Rath steals this ball, gets her going, scoring in transition.
Transition buckets are hurting Northern Valley at the moment. Dead ball here in front of us.
Someone's got it.
Austin with it. 3-pointer on the way for her is no good. Mary's got her offensive rebound. And again, that same call on the other side never happened. Austin floater into the middle is no good. And the run out begins. Up and down and score it. Just need a rotation change. Vesteca open at the top of the key. Back to Cox.
Well, you got to keep going inside. Baird and Bina need to find floor spacing and continue to work hard inside and just trust that those calls are going to come. Bulldogs slow things down in the backcourt.
He realized with a 15-4 lead, he can run clock. Long 3-pointer away here, and
but
that's the problem.
Gets on anybody.
That's the problem again. Got to call timeout and talk about that. 17-4, now the Bulldogs out big. Braxton, dribble handoff to Vesteca. Back to her. Coach Christensen begging for the defense to come, being right in their face. Into the corner, Austin throws it away again.
Just a lazy pass.
And run out for another bucket.
And nothing lazy about the transition offense from the Bulldogs. Full timeout from Coach Q. We'll hear for some more sponsors and see how they can put out.
On the floor as Bina and Baird are both out.
Playing small ball.
And a double dribble by Vesteca in the backcourt. That's what you get when you change it up. Your presence, your strategy in the backcourt.
Just throwing off any flow that Northern Valley had, which wasn't much, I might say.
No, it wasn't.
Rath puts the ball on the floor, gets it out to Wark in the corner. Nothing there, has to kick it back around.
Floater in the middle. Can we get a rotation?
Foul goes against Delaney's side, sending Rath to the line.
Rath makes the shot. Second one is good as well. Have they missed from the line yet? I don't believe they have. That's how you become the state runner-up like they were last year. It's just about not making mistakes. And Northern Valley's got mistakes plentiful at the moment. Is plentiful a word? Yep. Bray Rath. Bottoms! Gonna step on their throat, and she's gonna do it right there with that bomb. 24-4 and a 20-point lead and a steal by Bree. She'll turn this one. I thought she was going to keep going. She held up. Weiner. Back out to Rath. Now into the corner for Annette Hernandez. Steal here by Cox. But now she'll have it. Thought she was going to have it torn out of there.
Huskies need to light a fire here and find a little bit of motivation on offense. Right now they look as flat can be, and it shows with that pass right there. They are not showing up right now in this first half.
The defense has been spectacular by the Lady Bulldogs, and it just is frustrating Northern Valley to the point. Another timeout here by Coach Pugh.
National Bank and Trust is here for you.
Going to change it up. You got to do something to shake it up. They're going to go back into their man-to-man defense that's carried them through this tournament so far. They got out of that 2-3 zone, but this is just what the ladies from the Bulldogs want, is they want to go against a man-to-man because they're going to use their quickness, their discipline, and their abilities to get to the rim and fight for rebounds, but you got to do something. Wark with it. Thought about a three. Now we'll go over the high ball screen, go into the corner. Long jump shot is good for Jordan Fleckenstein. And the other problem that Northern Valley's got him out is that big momentum. I mean, the confidence is spewing out of this Bulldog team right now. And another turnover here by Visteca. Leads out to a left-handed layup and good. Sides. Tries to go inside to Bina. Bina caught it way deep. She'll have to step back and shoot over Fleckenstein and misses that one. Emma will cross half court with it. Bree making this offense work here. Weiner going to dribble in, kick back out. Hayden Wark has hit one. Now she's, I thought that one was good, didn't you?
I did, and Fleckenstein comes away with the board, trying to shoot over Bean, and she gets the block. We'll see who it goes off of last. They're going to say off Braxton Cox last.
30-4, 2:06 to go here before half.
Sienna Vargas into the game for the Bulldogs. Yeah, this half has been easily the lowest output in scoring that Northern Valley has had this season. A lot of that is hinged on the disciplined defense that they are facing in the Bulldogs. But they're not giving themselves any help by just giving the ball back to them so much. Missing on that one, Baird comes away with the board. Let's see if they can get a little bit of something rolling and some momentum before halftime. Visteca trying to find a way into that interior. They try to get it into Braxton, and they cannot connect on the pass. It's going to be yet another turnover in favor of the Bulldogs. Austin Cox back into the game for the Huskies for Shaylee Visteca.
$30-4, they just got blitzed. Wark with it now. Nice head fake.
Nice
beautiful pass inside to Hernette, but she missed it. Hernandez missed the bunny.
It was exactly how you want it to be, though.
And a dig out of there by Bree Rath. Got her on the crossover.
Vargas on the wing. Rath working around the defender, but they get to Visteca. Now it's Rath in the corner. Drives baseline. She's going to take it all the way
up. What a shot by Bree. She's the MVP of this one so far on the defensive end, and on the offensive end, she cannot be stopped.
Yeah, she's playing a level above everyone on the Northern Valley squad right now.
Into the corner for Braxton. Great post defense has been one of the things that has led to all of this and the happenings here, as they are fronting the post every time around.
A couple of subs into the game for the Bulldogs. Number 21 is Anais Cepeda, as well as Mackenzie Horobic into the game, number 33.
40 seconds left to go in the first half.
A good play right there, but they run into the block party of Audrey Bina, but that was drawn up perfectly.
Diving down to the baseline, his sides, her baseline shot no good. Rebound, and here comes Hayden Wark with 14 seconds to go, now 10. She's open, she needs to let that one go.
Vargas with it on the wing. Cox is going to wrap it up. It's called a jump ball in favor of the Bulldogs with 3 seconds left. Putting on an absolute clinic in the first half of this championship game. And this is why.
Oh, the foul.
And, yeah.
That's a half. We'll be back after these messages.
At equitybank.com to let them show you why equity means more.
So coming into this second half action, at least, Aim, we know one thing. If Northern Valley comes back and wins this game, we'll be a part of that epic comeback, right? And we'll remember it for all time.
I think every single person in this gym would have to remember that one.
If you can get Bina going, that'd be a good start, huh?
That's a pretty tall order, though. But we do have another half of basketball left. A lot of action to bring you guys, and we're going to do the very best that we can to bring it to you. Huskies drop back into that 2-3 zone, which I think is the right call there, as it did slow down the Bulldogs. But the issue was 4 points and a half is not going to beat anybody.
The 4 players right there all ready to offensive rebound, and Jordan Fleckenstein grabbed it and stuck it back in. Braxton driving, tries to get it around to Bina that time, but it's picked off by Jordan.
Rath with eyes up, finding Taylor in the corner.
Bree with that big first half will find Weiner, and back to Jordan Fleckenstein. Her 3 on the way. Bottoms! Jordan Fleckenstein coming into this game, not shooting it great from deep, but in this tournament, she's really turned it on.
She's responsible for the last 5 points here out of the halftime break as well. Be nice to see the Huskies use a little bit more screen game. Got to create spacing somehow.
Austin's 3 on the way, rattles no good. Weiner, now Taylor and back out and around. They've done a good job of limiting the buckets from the inside, but it's just the offensive rebounds that have gotten them. Back to Vesteka, now back to Austin. I guess she'll fire another 3. Baird cleans it up and puts it back in.
You can't give up on your offense that fast.
Offense? We haven't had one.
We've doubled our score.
Yeah, I know. We have doubled our score all the way to 8.
Win or loss, you can't just give up on what you're trying to learn on the season. This isn't the final game of the year.
Braxton goes the opposite way of it. Bina with it. And Annette Hernandez knocks that one away.
Huskies to inbound. Lob up to Baird. Hernandez is right on her, though, and tips that ball away. Rath wastes no time putting her foot on the accelerator and taking it coast to coast.
That's what speed does.
That's what speed do.
That's right. Is that Tyreek Hill? No, that's Bree Rath. Inside, they'll go to Bina. Catch. She's turned and met by 3 players.
Throws it off of a Bulldog, so it stays here with the Huskies.
Nothing easy. Austin with it. Now back to Vesteka. Inside to Bina. Now back out. Baird has to go all the way to the wing to get it. Vesteka's 3 on the way. Short, no good. It'll stay here with Northern Valley.
Hernandez is doing a very good job inside against the leading scorer for the Huskies, Mary Baird, limiting her touches in this game. Baird gets it right here, but gets Taylor to wrap her up. It's going to be a jump ball and give the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Jordan with it.
And this is...
Go ahead.
No, go. I could say it at any time in this game. I was just going to say, and what we're seeing right now, this is what good teams do. They have that next man up mentality. They play to the system that they're in, and they put it all together at the right times of the year. And right now, it looks like the Bulldogs are firing on all cylinders going into the postseason.
They finished second in the state tournament last year. And this year, there was probably some skeptics.
Well, I know some people were saying that, this is a down year for them. Well, if this is a down year, you're sitting pretty good as a team.
They had a lot of roster turnover. The Miller girl finally graduated. Hayden Wark coming in, Jordan Fleckenstein coming out. But the discipline that these girls play with is
unmatched.
That was the exact word I was going to use. Austin's jump shot no good. Mary Baird cleans it up, puts it in. Foul will go against Sid Taylor on that one. She didn't like it.
It's going to be Taylor's third. Delaney Sides comes into the game for Northern Valley. Braxton Cox to head to the bench. We'll see if Baird can get that free throw percentage back up with this shot.
She does. 30-point game at the moment. Northern Valley falls back into that zone.
What you want to see if you're a Northern Valley fan is these girls to keep fighting.
Inside out. Swing it around. Bistecca thought her had her hand on it, that one. Hayden Wark ready for three. Bree Rath will fire the three. Short, no good.
Dina and Hernandez get tied up there. It's going to be a jump ball.
These teams have yet to match up in the regular season. They'll do that later on this year.
Might be the last game of the year.
Vestecca's three on the way, no good. Bina fights for a rebound. Now Baird has to chase it into the corner and gets her legs cut out, and she'll be fouled. Hayden Wark will pick up that one.
Well, I do truly believe that the Northern Valley squad can put up a better showing to go toe-to-toe with these Bulldogs than they did in that first half. And we might not see them come away victorious today, but they can go back to the drawing board and bring a much better outing next time these teams match up. Bistecca with the turnover there, and just that's the one key. If we had one key to victory more than anything in this game for the Huskies, you had to limit turnovers, and they have done all but that. This might be the most turnovers they've had in a game this year.
They have been giving the basketball away left and right.
Because a good team is going to take the basketball when they can, but if you give them the basketball on top of them taking it from you, they're going to try to bury you.
Inside, they'll go to Bina. Back to Baird. Couple dribbles, has to go to Sides on the baseline. Her shot short, no good. Ripped out by Sid Taylor. And like you said, give the credit to the Bulldogs here as they came out and just took this game.
100%. They've earned it.
They took this game, and they just took that rebound. And Sid will go to the line to shoot him. But the team that finished second in state last year, Northern Valley, was in the game for 3 quarters. And in Northern Valley last year, they can play better than this.
Yeah.
Bina's going to come out. Joppa will come in.
Minute 57 left in this third quarter.
Rattles around and down. And Bistecca came away with it. And Annette Hernandez had her hand on it once, hand on it twice, stole it the third time. It's just a different level of intensity, even in a 30-point blowout.
One that you have to match if you want to go toe-to-toe with this team. Huskies trying to get out and run. They find Baird the easiest look she's going to have all night probably right there. Running the floor. Good job by Austin getting her eyes up and finding her on the cut.
Annette Hernandez was frustrated she didn't get a call on one end and was slow getting back, and Baird made her pay. Three-pointer away is no good, and it'll go off of Taylor. Annette has been having some spectacular games in this tournament. Probably not up to par on her side of it, but her teammates have certainly picked up her back, and her defense inside on Baird has been outstanding.
Yeah, she's got more than one layer to her game. We think of her as the fast break scoring extraordinaire, but the defense that she's played inside today has been unmatched.
Held ball will go back over to the Bulldogs. Wark with it. Rath left open. She decides to go to Weiner. Now she'll get it back. Inside to Sid, outside to Jordan. Stop, turnaround, jump shot. Dirty.
It's hard to stop.
It's the ball movement. It's the discipline. It's the spacing. It's the passing. And a blocking foul will go against Jordan here. It'll be on the ground as Braxton took it at her. And we want her to check out. Sienna Vargas will check in for her. Sienna is a 5'4" sophomore. Three-pointer away by Vesteca is no good. Wark has it go off of her hands, and Northern Valley will get it back with 13.2 to go. There wasn't a single screen set there.
No, they just went overload to one side, but it's hard to get the ball to someone when you're guarding it with the other team and yourself.
Sides to the line because apparently she was shooting. Got one, got two.
Ten seconds left before we head to the fourth quarter. Fleckenstein trying to get that running clock. There is a foul call. They are going to shoot two here at the end of the third quarter. Foul was on Delaney Sides.
So Sid will go to the line, and she crashed the boards and got the foul call. Makes the first. And the second. There, that's 31 points. Means we'll be done in 8 minutes. It will not take long because it's a running clock. Back to Bina. They just...
Oh, Braxton was left on the cut. They got her the ball, but if they could have found her a little sooner, it would have been an easy bucket.
Austin with a runner in the lane will put it in.
You know, we said it time and time again. We might have said it in each quarter, but even though they just got that bucket to go, you got to tip your cap to the defense mostly of the Bulldogs, because if the Huskies have built their season on something, it's that they got scorers all around the floor, but they are limiting everyone out there in this one.
Northern Valley switched to a 3-2 defense now. Trying to figure out what might work for the next time around. And tell you what, if Golden Plains is going to shoot this percentage, ain't nothing going to work. That's a great shot by Jordan in traffic to make it. Backdoor cut, Braxton. Reverse layup is good. .644 to go.
Wark on the wing, gets it back to Rath. Hernandez in the corner, they double her up. She's just the willpower to just crash those boards and get time and time again a second chance opportunity. She'll go to the line as Austin Cox. They're going to say got her on the arm. Shot rattles in, then out.
Substitutions in here for the Bulldogs. Cepeda in as a 5'4" freshman.
As well as Emma Weiner.
Sprinkling in the bench in this 30-point game. Coach Christensen and Coach Miller over there. That's how you keep the program going, is you don't want to drop off no matter who's on the floor. Baird's pull-up jump shot, it's no good. Fleckenstein with the rebound. Back to Weiner. And here is Cepeda. To Wark. Inside out and pulled out of there by Cox. Back to Bina. Thinking about a three, will fire a three, will rattle in a three. She turned and looked at me. I don't understand why. I gave her so much trouble the last time she let one fly. This one she made it. She's 50% on the season.
Yeah, left all alone right there and makes them pay.
It brings a different aspect to the game if she's going to step back out and shoot it. She can. She just hasn't.
Just a freshman. She's got a lot of growing left in her, and she's going to become a really tremendous basketball player. Hayden Wark with a three of her own answers.
Hayden Wark come into this game shooting 33% from the three-point line, and I believe all she's done is increase that. And another bad pass by Austin as this ball's onto the floor. Halfway through this fourth quarter. Emmett. Now to Cepeda and back to Emma.
Trying to get the ball inside to Taylor and poked away by Audrey Bina. It'll go underneath the basket for an inbounds play for the Bulldogs.
Wide open on an inbounds play and scores it is Sydney Taylor. Braxton going to the rim, no good. Bina tracks it down, but a held ball will go over to Northern Valley.
Inbounds to Bina right there. And she will score on the attempt and go to the line for another one.
As you talk about earlier, and brighter days ahead for Northern Valley fans. If you really want to look at the holistic look at this, you get Audrey Bina going and you got another level that this Northern Valley team can play at.
Absolutely.
Correct a few mistakes or a lot of mistakes that happened here tonight.
You really, yeah. You got to limit the number of turnovers, and you got to make sure you come out of the gate on offense a little hotter than they did in this one, scoring 4 in the first half. Because that is just, you leave yourself with too high of a hill to climb in the second half of any ball game.
Austin in, back to Braxton. Her three, she's left alone off the front iron, no good. The ball's falling around. And
Taylor somehow comes away with it. Weiner on the wing, guarded by Vesteca. Gets it over to Wark.
Traveled, but no call. Into the middle.
With 1:30 left in this game.
Austin with it, now into the corner for Bina. Braxton. Catch, now Austin. Cut off on the defense. Great defense rotation. Vesteca for three. Short, no good. It's just been that kind of night.
Delaney Sides will come into the game for the Lady Huskies. Austin Cox to have a seat.
As well as Mackenzie Horobic for the Lady Bulldogs with under a minute to go in this one. Move it around against the Northern Valley zone. They do.
They just continue to work.
I don't remember what the halftime score was, but it feels like he almost called off the Dogs. As Bina's got that one. She swatted it out. Now she'll kick it over to Braxton. He'll go to the rim. And she'll get a shoot too, but that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, it's going to ice this game, and just a all-around, very dominant performance from the Golden Plains Bulldogs. That's really
impressive.
All you can say is it's been super impressive, and it was a little bit of a statement game. And they're not going to shoot the second one? All right. We saw that in the game yesterday too, but final score 54-25. Golden Plains takes home the gold in this Western Kansas Liberty League. Northern Valley placing second.
If you can hear me up top there, Jerry, we're gonna do the teams here for that. Why don't you zoom in there as they will give the plaques away and the medals away to second place Lady Huskies of Northern Valley, in which we Aim and I, you and I had this conversation about coming into this one. We got to be happy where they've elevated the program too.
Should be happy. You know, it's disappointing when you come in, you meet a stalwart of a team, and it's a tough go with it like that. But where they have been the past couple of years compared to this year, even playing in this game, you got to appreciate what it is and what it has been. I know this is not the showing that they wanted today, but you got to look at the broader picture sometimes.
It is, and you just can't come to the mountain and figure you're going to knock off Godzilla in the first matchup, right?
No. It's a process, and it's something to build on. And Vesteca, the lone senior out there, you know, it's awesome that she's on these teams coming this far too, but they're going to come back. They're going to have that veteran leadership from a lot of players.
Well, as Northern Valley gets their medals, they ought to be proud of a second-place medal. A lot of teams like to be in their position, even though the scoreboard did not happen anywhere close.
6 other teams would like to be in their position in this league.
It's all right. Keep going. You're good. You're good. Oh, that's Northern Valley's squad as they will get presented with a second place trophy. Goes over to the Northern Valley Lady Huskies. Congratulations. But looky right here. How many years in a row can we say this one? The Bulldogs.
A lot.
are going to claim yet another WKLL tournament win. They've got bigger plans than just this tournament. They have dreams of punching their way back to the state tournament once again with the ultimate dream of hanging the banner of a state championship out there.
Yeah, and when they get into that postseason run, you got to imagine, you know, they're going to be on a mission, have that chip on their shoulder, remembering, hey, we finished at second last year. We know we can go all the way with this one. Going to be a salty team for any team to have to go against in sub-state, or if and when they make it to state, going against them.
But congratulations, Coach Parker Christensen and assistant coach Casey Miller. Good work, good game plan, great execution on your girls' side. And they can pose for the picture, and they are as well deserved as they get the hardware. But I'm looking at the hardware. I think WKLL could pony up for a little better
Step up the trophy game.
Here.
Yeah, the
If
idea.
you're a sponsor out there and would like to sponsor the trophy of the WKLL basketball champion, talk to somebody. I think we can get your name on something because
I think the idea is that they hang them with the other ones. There's like a bigger plaque and it goes underneath. Which would probably look pretty cool if you're the Bulldogs and you've got like 10.
10 or 12 of them,
But yes, I agree. These girls and the guys who are coming out put a lot of work into this. But hardware's hardware.